In Max Headroom, you seen Mitchell anywhere? We have to do a podcast.
Who?
Max Headroom? Joseph put up a picture of Max Headroom.
Yes. The person I
there you go.
Never seen in my life. Thanks, Joseph.
Exactly. You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you think people think that you can see the things that Joseph puts up on screen? I wonder that sometimes
Right, because we understand how that process works.
Yeah.
But if you've never watched this show or any show that is centered around the same premise, Game Grumps.
Or any show. Or if you've never seen any show.
But yeah, I think they do wonder.
I do.
No, yeah. They're probably thinking about it. It's one of those things never considered until it's been brought to your attention.
That's a good point. Like why we park on the driveway and drive on the parkway. You know, you don't think about it till you think about it. Anyway, all right. Do you want to intro this one or should I?
Go for it, my guy.
All right.
You look like you're dressed like Spider-Man. I really believe in you.
Just because of the red?
Yep. And you're a white guy with glasses.
Spider-Man should have a mustache. Why is that? We've never gone into that territory, right? He's been black. Okay, he's been Asian. He's been Hindu. Has he had a mustache?
Spider-Woman.
No, hold on. I want to talk about this for a second. No, hold on. We have a problem. Has he ever had a mustache?
Spider-Man.
And or been bald? Where's the bald representation? You ever realize bald people are always bad guys? Can we have a good bald person?
I was going to say Charles Xavier, and I was like, well, there's the comic where he kind of is not the good guy.
Depending on if you agree with Magneto or not, is he the good guy? You know, is politicizing and controlling mutants a good thing? I don't know. That's really up to you. Should they be free? We're getting into a conversation here. Not gonna lie, dude. I did a big old line of legal meth, if you know what I mean, before this episode. So
I do not. I do not know what you mean.
Yeah, come on. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't think that there's a.
You know how people say like sugar's like legal coke. You know, it's like legal meth. You know, yeah. Just had a big old bump of that because that's what you do with meth.
I'm really concerned, and I feel like we need to talk about this.
They got some crazy shit in Oregon, dude. I'll tell you. Oh, flies down. They had some crazy shit in Oregon, dude. You wouldn't believe it. Oh man. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the 40th episode of the Neon Valley Podcast, baby.
And what are the odds that number's correct? We don't know.
Very, very. Damn it! Now you're making me, but it should be because. We're back on track, all right? We've got these recordings back on track, baby. We are no longer on a hiatus. We're recording consistently. We're posting consistently again. We're back, baby. And I said, baby, for the first time in like 3 episodes or something.
He literally said it in the last episode posted. We're currently scanning Tyler's brain for abnormalities.
So
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But we're glad to have you back.
Yeah, man, it's actually been a while since I took that. Where's my legal meth? This should be a fun one because this is like a throwback episode. Do you have any topics?
Yeah.
Did you bring anything to this episode?
Totally didn't just think about right now of us just picking random fictional characters and having ChatGPT decide who would win in a fight between them.
No, we're not. I'm sick of the ChatGPT. No, I'm not. This is not no. If you want to do a separate show where we have ChatGPT as the third guest, which is hilarious, by the way. Actually, that's genius.
I didn't think about that.
But that can be another thing. I don't want,
right.
Because, and this is my reasoning, is because every time we do a ChatGPT episode, it just turns into you reading ChatGPT for a half an hour. And I don't think that's very entertaining.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I do like the idea of us discussing which 2 fictional characters can beat the shit out of each other. Now, we'll take some time to think about that. In fact, the viewers at home, leave some comments what do you think halfway through this episode we should, actually I am going to message our Discord real quick. Let's see if we can get anybody to answer. Oh, speaking of which, that's something we could talk about. Do you know anything about the Watcher controversy that's going on?
No.
So, are you familiar with their channel? I think we've talked about them before a little bit, right?
Is that the D&D?
No, they're the ones
No,
who.
I'm thinking of Critical Role.
Yeah, that's Critical Role. Yeah, the Watcher, the guys who do the ghost hunting shows, the Shane and Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember who you're talking about. Really? They have controversy?
Yep. So they posted a
Okay.
video on YouTube the other day that says we're leaving YouTube or goodbye YouTube or something along those lines. And essentially they built a website and then locked their content behind that website and said that they will no longer be posting on YouTube anymore and will solely be posting on their website. And their website is $5.99 a month. And they said that that's a price that anyone and everyone can afford. And I think it's just the way that they announced it and just the lack of foresight in general. People were pissed.
Yeah, I mean, when people are paying $5.99 a month, they're getting access to like hundreds, if not thousands, of options.
Yeah,
Like, why
Shudder
are they paying?
is $5.99 a month, and that has like
Exactly.
thousands of movies on it. Yeah,
So why are they paying $5.99 a month for just your content?
five
Like,
videos
that's
a month,
Just have your Patreon.
and they already have a Patreon. That's what's confusing. So they immediately posted an apology video. I will say, as of today, I think a couple hours ago, they posted an apology video as of recording this, and it's all seems very sincere, right? Because they straight up said like, "Hey, we fucked up. Like we did not convey it properly. We clearly didn't have the right idea. All this stuff, and they didn't do that thing where they kind of like." Backtracked and blamed us for like misunderstanding. You know, like they at least did say like, no, we fucked up. Like
They owned it. They were accountable.
And they said what they're gonna do is still release the episodes on YouTube, but have their videos on the website a month early. Which just kind of seems like, yeah, no shit. Like that's like, why is that not the first fucking thing you were gonna do? Why? I don't even understand the business model because it doesn't cost anything to post to YouTube. What is your sunken cost to post to YouTube later? You know, like I can understand immediately if you have a paywall. Yeah, you're losing out on those people who are willing to pay you to watch that video immediately. But you're also losing all of the viewership in the future that would be interested in your content that you can have ads on, sponsors on. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. I think plenty of people. There's one guy I watch, the Spiffing Brit on YouTube, and well, I'm not subscribed to him, which I might eventually. The way he kind of does it is he has, and it's like, ooh, spicier content, right? So maybe the unfiltered, uncensored. Like, there's ways to do it, but but I'm exclusively going to. You have to pay me for. All of my no, that's just bad
weird.
Business practice.
That's terrible. Yeah, because there's a channel in that vein I also watch called Corridor Digital, and they're like a VFX channel, and they have a website corridordigital.com. It's a fucking tongue twister, but they charge like $3.99 a month, and what they usually do is they'll post a YouTube video that's like 20 minutes long. And then they're like, hey, we had to cut out a bunch of stuff, but if you want to see the extra 10 minutes of this interview or an extra 20 minutes of behind the scenes, go on our website and you can see this video. Or every once in a while, there will be one big project that they put a lot of money into that they only put on their website. And that's something I can understand. It's like, yeah, that's like your movie, you know, like that's like your thing that you want people to buy. Mm-hmm. Like with us with music, like I think we have no problem giving away free music on SoundCloud or like just streaming it on Spotify. Like, but like at a certain point, it's like, hey, would you be willing to buy my freaking album for $6, please? Or the one song for $1, please? You know, like it helps way more than the 1/10 of a cent.
Or if you are subscribed, like if you are paying because I mean, I feel like everyone nowadays just pays a monthly membership to one service to get free music. Just hit download. That costs you nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it helps the artist out a lot. Give them a rating. Speaking of which, if you're listening to this on Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating. It really helps us out a lot. Helps me afford that legal meth, baby. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing the
concerned.
thing. I apologize. I'll
Get a little more concerned.
Shouldn't be. You should just be happier for me every day. Because that's how I am.
But I'm not. I'm concerned.
They're back.
Oh, Joseph. Joseph, get the raid.
I also, in the chaos of this episode, I did spill a little beer on my chest, but you can't see it because of the shadow of the mic, so we're still good, baby.
Because the shadow of the mic will cover the beer he spilled.
That sounds like it would be a song like on the soundtrack of M. Shinoda's biography. Shadow of a mic.
No. There's so many fucking levels that works on. I'm so mad at that.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty proud of that one.
You're like, you know what? Hold on, I gotta go call my mom and tell her that. Should be pretty proud. Okay, so you know the tune I was referencing.
Oh, actually, to be fair, I didn't know. The Shadow of the Day, which is a fucking Linkin Park song. That's crazy.
That's
Dude,
why I was like,
I genuinely didn't know what you were referencing.
I need to clarify because there's no way.
All right, Joseph, keep that in. Joseph, keep that confusion at the end there in. Wow. That's funny. I used to listen to that song in high school a lot, and I think I've completely blacked it out of my memory. It's not one of the best Linkin Park songs.
You know what? And maybe because I don't listen to a lot of rock, when I find rock I like, I'm like, this is the greatest shit that's ever been written. Because Linkin Park's one of those groups where you could put on almost any song and I'll be like, oh yeah, I think I could remember all the words to like, at least the majority of them. Oh man, such great memories.
Yeah, Linkin
Park. A lot
Park.
of my angsty high school years, Linkin Park.
I remember they made me feel like almost uncomfortable when I was a little kid because they had that one music video where he's just screaming "shut up," and I think I was like 6 years old, and I was kind of like, "Is this okay?" Like,
Wait, this isn't the one that's like an anime, right?
No, he's in like a tunnel or something, and he's like, "Shut up, shut up."
When I'm talking to you,
I'm about to break. It's Closer to the Edge, or whatever that song is called.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Need a little room to breathe. I was gonna say you can keep talking. I'm just gonna and then a little on it.
The first music video that I can remember like processing in my life, I was getting ready for school, and again, I'm sure I've seen them before, but this was the first one that made an impression where I was like, "Whoa!" I was getting ready for school. It was late 90s, early 2000. No. This was, I think this was pre 9/11. So,
okay.
Most likely late 90s.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but was this AOL music videos or one of those things that you could load up on your TV, but it wasn't, or was it early morning MTV?
Or early morning MTV before school.
Okay.
Yep. And it was Breaking the Habit by Linkin Park. And I was just...
That's the anime one, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the anime one. And this was way before I became the Tsuku anime fucking lover that I am now. But just the detail, the way that the song went with it, everything just worked so perfectly. And it was then I was like, music videos, like that is crazy. It was the first time I had like really been like, I just watched a music video.
I just watched a music video. Oh, wait, I think your mic cut out. I think. Because to me, all you said was, I just watched a music video. Dude, preschool music videos are such a distinct memory. Preschool music videos. That's funny. Not what I meant. You know those videos like where it's all taking place in a preschool? Yeah. Now they're up in heaven. I'm sorry. How do I phrase that? Before school? I guess before school music videos? I don't know. Because I have this memory. I think the first music video that did that for me was My Friends Over You by Newfound Glory. Because I think that music video must have come out in like 99 or 2000. Actually, it might have been post 9/11. Not sure. But it was around that time because I know I moved to Vegas in 2004. So it was a little bit before that because it was in Philly. But the point I'm getting to is there used to be like an on-demand feature. Remember when that was a thing on TV?
Oh, yeah.
Where there was one specific channel called On Demand. And it was like, oh, you can watch a specific set of movies whenever you want. You don't have to wait for it to come on at 7 p.m. anymore.
Holy shit, that was like the OG. I was going to say Netflix, but Netflix originally started as like a home video delivery service.
Yeah. So they were even like a little bit more ahead. But they had on demand and they would have music videos, like a select like 100 music videos. And they were usually just like the most popular at the time. And I would put on that music video before school like every single day and just listen to it. And there's nothing even really special about it because your example, the animation on that is insane. Like it's awesome. In this music video, it's just like a big ass like show and party, but there's a bunch of weird shit that happens. Like while he's singing, he's getting a tattoo on stage. It's like a weird music video, but I just remember connecting with it so much.
Has there been a music video that when you watch, you're like, that's not at all what I thought the song was either like about or like you watched the music video and you were like, no, did not expect that.
Yes. Modest Mouse, Float On. And we all float on all right already.
The show goes on.
That's Lupe Fiasco who interpolated Modest Mouse.
Interpolated as in sampled or like was inspired by and then made a continuation of how that flow would go.
Yes, like he essentially sampled. I think interpolation basically means you sampled the melody and then made your own thing from that.
Okay.
So he
as soon as that
da 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 da. Yeah. While I do agree that Lupe Fiasco song goes fucking hard.
It does go hard.
It's not the original. It's like this weird 2D cutout thing. And like it's like stop motion and you know me with stop motion. I don't like it.
Yeah,
it makes
you love that shit.
Makes me uncomfortable. And that was one of them because the song is so fucking catchy. It's sick that I don't know what I envisioned it being like because at the time all I ever saw music videos of was like people doing live shows or like people playing in a school. I feel like that was very popular in the early 2000s. And
I think it was speaking to the angsty teen rebellious nature, you know.
Yeah, especially with like punk rock and shit. Yeah, it was like, oh, we're playing in the middle of the cafeteria. Fuck you, Principal Hines.
Yeah, because he better catch up.
Whoa.
I was gonna say at first rap didn't really, but I was like, no, it did. But a lot of times you actually had younger rappers who were like just out of high school.
I was gonna say immediately I think of Kiss Kiss. She want that lovey-dovey.
Exactly. But then I was gonna say, or they're kind of like referencing back to that period of their life when they were like running free in high school. So I was like, that one actually does a little bit more, but I think it makes sense for why it's doing it.
Yeah. Well, since we're already talking about music, Taylor Swift's album came out.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah. In fact, she dropped 2 albums. She did one of those things where
I did hear there was more to it than just like an initial. Everyone was like, "Oh, how could you?" But like in the good, like how could you? Like I was not mentally prepared for this.
I know. I'm not gonna lie. How Swifties react to stuff is hilarious, just because of like the inherent overdramatic nature of it. It's like all she has to do is drop one extra song, even though this was a whole album. But even if she dropped one extra song, it would have been like, bitch, no, stop, I'm dead. And it's like, so funny. I love that shit. But is Amanda into Taylor Swift at all? I don't really know.
No, she's more into like much more harder, like hardcore rock music. Or I've influenced her, and she's definitely listened to a lot more gangster rap.
Oh yeah.
So it's either very much like even like, but not screamo.
Like she's a Bring Me the Horizon fan and like things like that.
Yes,
yeah.
It was more of like the emo sappy that she's not, and more of like that, like she's into that shit, the like guerrilla music.
Guerrilla music. Oh,
that sounds cool.
Out of context, what are you trying to say, Mitchell? Guerrilla music?
That like
Excuse
in hardcore music they grunt a lot.
Whoa, grunt. What, because they're less human? Jesus, dude. What the fuck is
because in
wrong
in the
with you?
Halo series, the grunts are humans in Halo.
Now we're attacking entire races of people. I see. Grunts?
No, species.
They're just working.
It's a different species.
Well,
it's not even a race.
Well, to be fair, there's probably a race within their species. Okay, all right. Who knows? Maybe
it got erased by the Master Chief. Oh.
And let's just be honest, that was dope though. But
that was pretty fire.
Also,
that
it's genocide.
Was pretty fire.
That genocide was pretty sick if you think about it.
Thanks for choosing Starbucks.
I almost was about to go on a Halo tangent for a second, but I don't know if I can. You know what? Fucking I am. Quick side note. I think one of the coolest parts about the Halo storyline that I actually didn't know, or like, because playing it younger, I think political themes and stuff just go over your head. So like in the original Halos, I didn't pay attention to the story. I was just shooting aliens. I was like 9 years old or whatever. But I didn't know that Spartans were created illegally and were originally about to be disbanded, and the creator of them was going to be arrested for treason. But right when that was going to happen, they were attacked by the aliens and the Covenant, and they needed the soldiers because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to defeat them. So she kind of was like, well, we need them now, huh? So it's a very interesting, like, philosophical question of like, well, did she do the right thing by creating the soldiers? Because otherwise we would have gotten killed by the Covenant. They would have taken over the entire Halo. Well, not us. It's not on Earth, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting. Joseph, make that an extra bit for Patreon, because just by the look of his face, I could tell it wasn't as interesting as I thought it was.
No, it was.
I'm just kidding.
I was just thinking how I was going to say. You know what, Joseph? If you can take every shot, every cutscene from all of the Halo series, and then compile them, and just like put that in between what he was saying, so that way they understand the reference.
Absolutely. Or, you know what? Better idea. Right before I start saying that, just play every single cutscene from start to finish. Right? Is that what you were saying? Like every single cutscene from the first game to the last. So like
exactly back to back, so that way it makes like a comprehensive movie.
Yeah. So this episode will be like 36 hours long, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you get the viewership up. Long form media. Stop pussing out.
I'm actually mad that our hiatus was during April Fools. I didn't even realize it was going to be until it was.
Yeah.
Because we could have done something. We could have done something great, man. You know what? I think this is a good spot for us to take a little break. Get a word from our sponsors.
Fumbly Gum is the #1 gum in most of America. Are you sick of gum that just doesn't have the right chew? Whether it's rain or shine, Fumbly Gum is mine. Don't let your wife know that it's actually Fumbly Gum. It's our little secret. Chew your mouth off with Fumbly Gum. Don't fumble the bag.
Okay, we got way more responses to this versus question than I thought we were.
I'm just going to say this real quick, because nobody asked me, hey, what music video were you like surprised when you saw the music video? Because that was a question I asked.
Well, I thought.
So,
wait, you did, okay. I'm sorry. You know what? No. Joseph, time machine. Put this back before the ad break, and I want a seamless transition. I don't even want people to notice.
I'm using a skip. Skip what he said.
No.
And instead,
no,
I have a skip.
You do not have a skip.
I used it.
No.
And I used it. Yep.
No.
Yep.
So,
Joseph.
oh, you're really gonna make me look like a jackass right now. You're really gonna make me look like a jackass right now. Look, we were at the half an hour mark, man. I had to go to sponsors.
Fuck the sponsor.
Fumbly Gum is not gonna pay us if we don't do their ads.
Well, then they'd be fumbling the bag because we're clearly on trajectory to be doing like double digits in terms of viewers.
Wow, Jesus, Joseph, put that into the ad. That was great. That fumbling the bag. You would be fumbling the bag if you didn't buy Fumbly Gum. That's great. That's great, dude.
Hashtag chew gumbly, fumbly gumbly.
All right, fine. The people can wait. I'm sorry. Genuinely.
Good.
I did not mean, I thought you were just trying to fill dead air. I didn't think you had one. I'm going to be honest. I just thought you were like, I got to work off of this music video conversation because it's fucking boring. You know, I get that. But what's a weird music
The only
video you
reason
see?
I showed up on this podcast was to talk about this music video. Take Me to Church by Hozier. That was way more intense than I thought it was when I heard the song.
Now I'm not sure I know what the music video is. I can envision it. It's like in black and white, isn't it?
Yes, I think. Yeah, it's black and white.
Is there like... I kind of want to watch it.
Have you not? I was going to say, if you haven't watched it.
It's been years. Like, I mean, this song came out 10 years ago. It is in black and white. Okay.
I mean, you don't know that it came out that many years. There's no way to definitively know when a song came out.
March 25th, 2014.
No, that's just the internet theory.
There are no theories on the internet anymore. Haven't you heard?
The
quit.
internet is the theory. You're right.
There are no theories
All
anymore.
Sorry, detectives who are working cases. All your theories are gone. Matt Pat has left the building.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember this music video now. Yeah. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly why I wanted to flex it.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm kidding. It wasn't a good pick. It wasn't. But no. We here at Neon Valley, we like to lift up our friends. We like to make them think it was a good pick because they're our friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I whisper like this, he can't hear me. That's the weird thing. It's a weird, like, mental... I think it's a deficiency of some sort. He can't hear whispers, so this is totally fine.
You stabbed me in an alleyway.
That was once.
Yeah, I said it.
Once. Dude, I fell. Okay?
If you call diving from the third story of a building with a Bowie knife...
Falling?
Falling?
Yes, I fell. I was fighting a Russian drug dealer on the roof, right? Okay. I was trying to get him off of a group of children he was attempting to kidnap and put into trafficking. And I was trying to avoid that, right? So I'm wrestling him, right? Next thing you know, I'm able to push the 4 kids into the back of a police van on the roof, push him in, but then the Russian drug dealer, he throws me. He throws me off, and then I turned, and you were down there, and I just fucking.
The Russian drug dealer was a doctor that was administering free shots to orphans, to the drug dealer, and trafficking them. He was putting them in the little go-karts because they were driving around on the track, having a good old time.
Dude, I thought DR stood for Das Russian. It's a doctor?
That's wrong.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I have a lot of explaining to you. Okay, you know what? That makes sense now why the kids were screaming and crying. No, please, that's our doctor.
Yeah, their doctor.
I thought it was like a PTSD thing. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, right? It's like, yeah, Jesus. It's fucked up.
I'm sure 3rd time's a charm. You're not going to get it wrong the next time.
That's the 2nd Russian doctor I've killed.
Only you had a little more patience.
He is where I got my legal meth from. So he is a drug dealer for sure. I can tell you, he might also be a doctor, but he is for sure a drug dealer. I know that for sure. I'm telling you, we got quite a few responses here for who should battle.
Oh my god. Okay.
I wasn't
so
being
do
facetious.
we want it?
How familiar are you with the Lord of the Rings universe? Because that's important to this next question.
Fair. There's a few people that like their names I might need you to remind me of, but I'm a big fan of the Lord of the Rings universe, so
I feel like you'll know then. Okay. Sauron versus Voldemort.
Sauron.
Sauron is the main villain. Oh, do you know?
Yeah, no, yeah. I was like, Sauron wins. Voldemort couldn't beat like a 14-year-old.
Oh, you're just voting. I thought you were questioning. Okay.
No, I'm like, why is that even a question? Like Voldemort couldn't beat a baby.
Yeah, a literal child. Yeah.
Oh, you got spells. This dude has like an actual army, not just like the kids that used to hang out at Hot Topic.
But in the defense of Voldemort, it just took one dude with a sword to take down Sauron. Like Sauron didn't even actually seem that impressive. It seemed like his military did everything for him. So are we talking military power or 1v1? Because one human
these are 1v1 fights, but
I'm just saying.
So I'm nah, Voldemort gets
There's
smacked.
something there because I mean, if you get one good Expelliarmus and then like his sword goes Expelliarmus the ring right off of his hand, he's fucked, dude. He's fucked. Ain't nothing he could do. I don't know. I think Voldemort's actually got more of a. You know who I think would be a better matchup is Saruman and Voldemort. The old white bearded guy who's like the antithesis of Gandalf.
Oh.
They have very similar names, and it always pissed me off growing up because I would always confuse them. Sauron and Saruman. It's like, come on, JR. You know?
He was scraping because we're close like that. He was scraping at the end of the bucket.
Jaw Russian.
I still think Sauron.
All right. You know what? I'll agree with you. I'll fold because I do think he's probably more powerful at the end of the day. But
because I'll say, I feel like if Gandalf felt, oh, dude, I could just show up and like 1v1 him, he would have done that. And Gandalf is smacking Voldemort 10 times out of 10.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I see your logic. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, okay, this one isn't on here. I'm already going off script. I don't care. Dumbledore versus Gandalf. I think Gandalf, right? I mean, we got to be honest.
I still think Gandalf because the scope of enemy. Now, again, I don't know deep Dumbledore lore. So there's people I'm sure that like, I know there's people that love Harry Potter the way I love Naruto that are probably like, actually, Dumbledore fought Jesus and his evil twin, Jesus, back in the 1800s. I don't know. Anyway.
And his evil twin, Hitler.
But when we're talking about like, hey, if you're just watching the series from just general knowledge of the enemies they fight, Gandalf's fighting way bigger dudes.
You're right. Because at the end of the day, those that can't do, teach. And he's a professor. Let's just be honest. I'm kidding.
He's the principal.
Literally,
he's in charge of professors.
Literally, my girlfriend's a teacher.
You get backlash for that one.
She doesn't listen to this podcast. It's okay. So
that's on her.
Exactly. All right.
Who we got next?
All right, we got the Dragonborn versus Naruto. Even though I know you're a little biased, I think Naruto has it. I think.
Yeah, I'd still say Naruto.
Because are we talking about Dragonborn when he is fully aware that he is Dragonborn and has gotten all of his shouts and his? I know I'm being a nerd here, but
oh no, so I'm kind of in the camp where it's like you make it even. Where if the Dragonborn has all the shouts, all the abilities, so does Naruto, and there's a few that the Dragonborn has that might be more helpful, like the time stop and stuff like that. But there's still a bunch of really crazy hacks that Naruto has, and I think the craziest thing about it, right, is he has the power to destroy mountains. Like absolute. He split the moon in half. Like in canon, he splits the moon in half, and this dude can make thousands of clones of himself, all as powerful.
Yeah.
So
if they're both at their peak, I think it's Naruto. That's I think that's pretty easy. Okay, I want to see. I don't even know who either of these people are. I almost want to say it just so we can speculate on people we've never heard of.
That'd be hilarious. I'm down.
All right, and actually, he said we should look him up because it's a deep cut, but I don't want to. So Marie Curie. Oh, Madame Curie or Hedy Lamarr. I didn't know Madame Curie's full name. I guess it's Marie Sklodowski Curie.
Okay.
And Heidi Lamar. Madame Curie, all day.
Yeah. You know, she's a household name.
Dude, we don't even have to explain why. It's obvious. We can move on.
Yep. Okay. She married the guy from The Cure, and that's how she got the nickname.
Exactly. No, it's kind of, she was the first person they ever cured of a disease. So they were like, oh, you're kind of Curie. You know, like, oh, you're a little bit Curie. I still think that there are some words in the English language that are so dumb when you think about them in that context. Like movie. Like movie is one of the silliest words in history. It's like, oh, it's like a picture, but it's a bit movie. You know, like,
movies. It's got a silly little bounce to it.
Right? Like it's movie, you know, it's how you would describe the picture. It sounds like a John Mulaney joke.
That does sound like a John
movie.
Mulaney joke.
It just moves. Yeah. Okay. All right. We got one here. I like this one. Todd Howard versus Hideo Kojima. Off the cusp, do you know who Todd Howard is? Because I feel like you know who he is.
Director.
But, he's the head of Bethesda.
Oh, yes. Todd Howard.
He's that guy.
Works.
Yeah. He's that guy.
Okay. Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, I feel like Hideo secretly knows like 4 different martial arts, and not because he's Asian. I'd like to make that clear. I'm not being racist. I'm saying because of the games he makes. Exactly.
I feel like he likes to master things. Very disciplined. Todd Howard is like
a dabbler.
I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna do some shit, and then I'm gonna go over there. I think I'm gonna do some more shit.
Yeah, he's a dabbler.
I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah. Just jack of all trades, master of none. Meanwhile, Hideo knows his lane. Yeah. I think Hideo would absolutely murder him. But Hideo wouldn't kill him out of honor. He would leave him to think about his failure.
And then Todd would just glitch out of the map.
Todd would no clip through the bottom of the screen, and Hideo Kojima would be spouting exposition to him about how this fight is the greatest fight they'll ever have and how it's been meant for histories.
Todd just keeps falling through the map every time.
Oh, man. Got a couple more here. We'll wrap it up. Okay. This one isn't a person. This one's getting a little different here. Okay. Hitting your thumb with a hammer versus stubbing your toe on the coffee table. Now, I'd like to reference, I still think we should argue which could beat each other.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. So you have 2 elements. You have a toe and a hammer.
Yes.
Or no, you have a toe and a counter table, or you have a hammer and a thumb.
Yes. Yeah.
If they're fighting each other,
yeah,
I think the hammer and thumb take it, because you could use a hammer to destroy a table.
Now, see, this is where I looked at it a little differently. I looked at it as the thumb fighting the toe post pain. So it's like toe got stubbed, thumb got smashed, fight.
Oh, thumb wins, because like toes don't do shit anyways. On top of the fact, now that they're injured, what's it gonna do? Ooh. Curl into itself slightly?
Guess you have a point. Thumbs are a bit more dexterous,
bro.
But
a
hammer.
Look at this.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mean, a lot of animals. This is a fun fact. You know, a lot of animals can't do that. For everyone wondering who's listening to this and not watching, he just pulled a pen out of his cup with his thumb and then threw it and caught it with his thumb.
Now, the only thing not fair is I could also pull a pen out with my toe, but it would be much more difficult.
Well, you made this conversation a lot harder than it had to be. All right, I'm going with toe because a hammer could. Now let's say equal force. Okay, a hammer's breaking that thumb. The toe will probably be fine on the edge of the table. You don't know you don't know many people who've broken their toe stubbing it, but you have heard of people breaking their thumb with a hammer. I think.
I don't know if I personally know of any. I don't know if you want to go down your list.
Carl in accounting. We got Steven over at the Pizza Hut. Jimmy, who puts sprinkles on my ice cream specifically. He's the guy. He's the sprinkle guy. Carol, also in accounting. Should have thought of her as well. A different business though. And Garfield.
All right.
You told me
that round.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna say you told me to list some. I fucking listed them. All right. Let's wrap this up here. We got old Skorge versus new Skorge. I could kick 16-year-old me's ass. Let me just say that.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it just verbally. You wouldn't even need to fight him.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking sonically, like if this is a battle of music, you know what? 17-year-old me might have more behind him. You know, he might have more like fucking confidence and attitude behind him because he was just making everything and not giving a fuck what it sounded like. I'm a little too like, oh God, you know, now.
But does he know how to master?
No, he doesn't. I would destroy younger me. I would fucking leave him on the side of the road bleeding with 2 teeth hanging out. There's not even a fucking argument.
Yeah.
No.
He goddamn savage.
Yeah, no, I would beat him harder than my 16-year-old self beat. Never mind. All right, last question. This is a bonus question. This isn't a versus. Okay. If you could Freaky Friday with anyone, who? So for anybody who for some reason wouldn't know what that means, switch them bodies for 24 hours, and then you go back into your own body.
Switch them bodies.
Switch them bodies. Switch them bodies, oh, switch them bodies. Switch them bodies, oh. Chris Brown?
Wow. It's been done.
Oh, shit, you're right. Simpsons did it. There's a creepy answer, and there's a sincere answer. I'm not saying for me personally. I didn't think of a creepy one. I'm just saying that there could be. There's 2 routes you could go with this. I'd like to make that clear. It's not important. Man. Okay, honestly, this wouldn't be my first choice, I don't think. But off the top of my head, I would genuinely like to live a day in the life of someone along the lines of, like, someone I completely disagree with. So like a Ben Shapiro or like a Logan Paul or something like that. One, because I would like to know what environment they're in. To like wake up and be like, okay, is this why I think this way every day? Or like what? And then also to completely just like derail their lives, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Wake up as Ben Shapiro and just tweet like, you know, I think trans people are pretty cool. And just see what happens.
Donate all your life savings to like trans foundations.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd also move his clothes around in the drawers. You know, take batteries out of his controllers, throw them out. You know,
set his house on fire.
Yeah, do little things to mess with him. You know, kill his family. But then when I wake up the next day, he'll be blamed for it. It's the perfect crime. The perfect crime.
It really is. I think I would end up picking. It's more of a position than it is any specific person. Whoever is the current
center forward
president of the whoever is the current president of the United States.
I knew you. I fucking knew. I almost went there.
And then I would veto all the goddamn student loan debt in the goddamn country. I would promote myself to something. I don't know. I don't care. I'd do it. And
Is there anybody?
then
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would have a national holiday for Naruto and mandate some kind of like requirement for every citizen to like have to watch it.
What day would you put Naruto Day on? Is there a specific number in the Naruto show that is like significant? You could relate to a day.
You know, you could do his birthday in October. Then it's like I could do Itachi's birthday.
There's no wrong choice.
He's in June. There's a lot of birthdays. Actually, each person's birthday, just make that a national holiday
Like
for
a Father's
every character.
Day. Yeah. Wait, not Father's Day. I'm thinking of President's Day. The Forefathers Day. The real fathers. Daddy's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Before those fathers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like hundreds of Naruto characters, so we got like every day covered.
Is there anybody that you could switch bodies with? Because we could think real quick before we wrap this up. We could think like meticulously, right? Like is there anybody that we could switch bodies with for a day that when we come back into our body, we can, oh no, but then we'll be implicated. Okay, but either way, we can make our lives better, right? So it's like you switch bodies with like a bank teller who has all the codes to like the vault or whatever. And then when you switch back to your body, you can get the money. Do you see where I'm going with this? Not that exact thing,
but see, I would pick a billionaire because I wouldn't want to screw over an everyday person.
Well, no, but here's the thing: you have to pick someone that can't directly link because they're switching bodies with you. So if you switch with Jeff Bezos, he's you now, so he's gonna know who did it.
How's he gonna prove it?
Good point. Well, once they find you with all of his money. That might prove it a little bit if he's able to point out who stole it.
That's why you go president and then you just cancel student loan debt.
Wait, no. Go into Jeff Bezos' body and then Zell yourself like $2 billion. Because how could he prove that you did that in his body and do it around people? Right? Have like, hey everyone! Oh, I'm gonna send this guy.
Would it be funny if I sent this random kid?
Yes, exactly. Wouldn't it be so hilarious if I just sent some random person $2 million? That'd be hilarious, right? And then
I want this in writing. I did this.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm sober. I'll take a drug test for right now.
There's no fucking way of him getting out of it.
That's the other thing, though. You could also take like the most hardcore drug you've ever thought that you would never try because you're like, I don't have to deal with the repercussions.
Can you die? Hold on, but hear me out. Can you die though? Because if you could experience death, and that this is getting weird. This is like I'm starting to like write a script in my head now.
I think they get your body.
No, but they get it. They get back into their body. Their soul is and their body's dead, so they're dead. And then you get.
So there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, but they would just be dead. But that would just be like being dead. So it's like the second they go to sleep in my body and then wake up in theirs, it's just like them dying. But me, it's like being reincarnated. Bro, I could experience death.
It
and
sounds
still
like
live.
You're kind of making things up now. It seems a little unrealistic.
I mean,
you're just making it work for you. We were talking about something real.
All right, you're right. When it comes to body switching someone for 24 hours and living their life, I'm getting a little outlandish. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're making it seem a little less like credible.
All right, fine. Let's make this more grounded. I want to switch with SpongeBob.
We've talked about this.
He's not dead. Okay? Just because they found that washed up sponge on Hawaiian shores doesn't mean he's dead.
It was off the Bikini Atoll.
Everyone says they replaced him, that there's a new SpongeBob. It's like Avril Lavigne. Everyone says, oh, have you noticed that SpongeBob doesn't look the same as first season? It's all fucking bullshit, man.
But nobody can say anything about it because Matt Pat left, so...
There's no theories. Exactly.
There's no theories. Theories are not circulating. The YouTube market is in shambles.
It's dying. I mean, that's why Watcher left. We really brought
went
this all
from-
full circle. I'd like to this.
Wow, that's some pretty impactful stuff that I don't think that people had realized. This is probably our most enlightening episode.
The Enlightenment episode. Yeah.
This is, yeah.
That's the name. The Enlightenment
just-
episode.
Is this the indoctrination to our cult, or is that later?
It's more of steps. We've already got the
Gotcha,
chant,
okay.
right? We are
Yep.
them. They are us.
They are us.
We are them.
We are them.
They are
They
us.
are us.
Exactly.
Yep, yep,
So we got
got
that. We're working on the robes.
Mhm.
Next, we just need to kind of instill a political belief, but something minor, right? Like the tax on specifically chicken should be cheaper. I don't know. Just something to
Or
really.
higher.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody goes the high route. Everybody
No.
wants things cheaper.
They always want to go down.
Lamborghini, you think they're going down? No, they're going up, and it's working.
Yeah.
I think.
Guess who's
we need to
making money?
We need to
Lamborghini.
increase the cost of living. That is our political stance: is increase cost of living across the board.
This has literally been every meeting in every business for the last 3 years. Yeah, but like, what if we just made things more expensive, right? Like,
we get emails tomorrow from like the Forbes 500 companies that are like, "You're ready to come work for us now. Congratulations."
you guys got some bright ideas. Hi, I'm Keith from Kia.
It makes me think of "Sorry for Bothering You."
Dude, we're on our way. Oh man. All right. Well, you want to take us out of this episode?
I do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. No.
Oh, sorry.
Not like that. We've lost too many audience members.
You're right.
You might hit our Patreon.
To be fair, when we kill them, usually their family listens in just out of spite. So that's like 4 people for every 1 person that we kill. I like,
Line them up.
if you think about it.
Line them up. We are so glad that you decided to spend your time with us today. And if you check down in the links below, you might just find a few places where you can follow us and stalk us. But really, go on.
That's right. You can join us over on our Discord, our Patreon, our Twitter, our I'm scared, Mitchell. I just don't know if I can't. There's so many things now that we have to, and I just don't think. So make sure to follow those, and also ask us some questions in our Discord. We always love to answer questions left. Also, there's a section on Spotify now where you can leave replies to our episode. That's like kind of a newer thing they started a few months ago, I think. So please leave some responses on Spotify and rate us 5 stars.
Because remember, it's on Spotify, not site.
Nope.
Please.
That caught me off guard. Oh, that's good. It's on
Thank you.
Spotify, not on site. Oh, God. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.